Hello everybody and welcome to this tutorial. In this tutorial I will present and demonstrate for you how to install the latest Symfony version .06 in one Amazon AWS machine. And let's start with the installation. I have prepared some file also to be quickly in this tutorial. You will find some of them if you look on the bottom of this video. And we have to start, and this is the URL for the Symfony documentation for the installation of the Symfony version that we have. First of all, we'll be quickly here because some of the commands depend on your system, but we have here an Ubuntu operating system, and we will execute some command quickly. If you maybe have one of AWS machine. So first of all, we have to install the Symfony command to execute the whole installation procedure, and we can copy this and go on the console. So I have prepared also some screen for this tutorial. This is the root screen, this is the Apache user screen, and this is for the simple Ubuntu AWS user. So in the root we have to execute. We don't need here the sudo command, just execute the cur command, so it is installed. The next step is to give for all group and user to execute this command. I have to paste it also there, and that's all. Windows we don't need it. Creating the Symfony application on Linux system just to execute the Symfony command that we have downloaded right now with new my project name. So I will go to my Ubuntu and just Symfony, try Symfony new, and I will say this portal or something else. So you see we have downloaded 5 MB files, and there's some command how to where the installation is executed, and you have to configure the parameters YAML file. And this is if you are on the server, if you have the access to the desktop of the machine. In this case we don't have any access to the machine, just only the SSH console. And if we see here, we can see the whole installation also with the whole vendor. I don't know how much is big this folder, just to prove how the size of this folder, because there are in the full stack there's a huge resources there. Okay. Okay, there's something. Portal, right? Vendor, and here we go. Okay, 51 megabyte. This is okay. I think this is the whole vendor that we need. And next step is, okay, right now I don't work like this because project name I don't need it at this step. I create always my whole structure, the logs folder for logs file and the htdocs for my project. I will move all file from the portal project under htdocs folder. That means I can create at this step under the text folders many other projects and to have this always the same structure. The htdocs contain the web files and the logs contain the log files. Maybe you can also create the auth if you have some htaccess files or passvd files, and you will have at the end the whole all the file from the project in one folder. So just to prove what we have, which I'll get in your, I will also move it in your to htdocs file folder. So I can now remove the portal project. So this is the clean one. So we have now the installation, and we have just to create the virtual host. I will just sim.2.6 I will create any domains at this step, but you can choose your domain or your subdomains for the installation. This is just choice. So, and here, so we have to write our virtual host. I have prepared for this case some file for this, and here we go. This is the virtual host part for the development system. I will call the server name devsys26.local.da, but you can choose also your domain or your subdomain at this step. So the document root, the directory that I have to access, will override all if I have some htaccess file, the whole access procedure here to allow access to the web folder and the htdocs folder. Module write, yes, we have module write installed on as Apache module. Write engine on to have nice URL, and this three command rules are also very important to have to access to the bundle file like images or CSS file from the dev system, for example, and to have access to the CSS and JS folder for the production environment. And to write rule reject all requests to the app dev PHP file. The log error, the log level is error. This is why not warn or notice, but just to if you have, like I said, much space disk space, you can choose warn, but if you don't have I don't know 20 or 25 gigabyte disk space, maybe it is better to choose the error function, the error options, sorry. So this is my logs folder that I have created, and right there I will just create the error log and the access log combined. This is just in the Apache configuration. So the server name, and for the production this is the same configuration, but I have just add some write condition and write rules that I have found in the documentation to quickly access some files. I have also some problem to access it was redirections problems, and they are solved with some of these write rules. if not installed, I don't need this part because I'm sure that the module is installed right now. The document through the name server is the prod and not dev. The log level is always error, and I will be able to create the error for the prod and for the access log, to differentiate the logs and to have clean structure. I disabled first of all the page speed module because in the development environment I want to be able to get all this as file and JavaScript file in the production to see some of bugs or compatibility, browser compatibility. So okay, I see that I have forgot to close the virtual host there. I will just copy this part and the whole file. You will find this file also if you see the link below this video. And here we go. So I have my file right now, save, and okay, I have just to check that we have this structure right. Very fine. Okay, reload the Apache service. Everything is fine, and right now we will be able to see something in the dev system. I'm not sure because we have to fix some access folder. Okay, this is not a problem. I can check it using FTP programs like WinSCP. So I have prepared also the structure here. I'll be go there. We are not allowed to access this file because there's some restriction here. I don't have to do a lot of this. Is just quickly installation to see if something works fine. So I have to okay, right, this is the access rules that I have to fix right now. Okay, composer, we don't have this right now. Running the application. Okay, I'm wondering why is it at this step, because we have to fix the folder rights at this steps. We don't get this anymore, and this is in the description below. I would prefer to write this one before and not after this. For beginner, this little problem, but maybe it will be also function with if you run the server run. I'm wondering if this will be works. So okay, I have prepared some commands. So we have to, for some of the folder, web, app, vendor, and composer files, just to give the group, the Apache group at this step, and after that I have to fix the right permissions and to give for the cache folders and the logs folders under the app folder the right the Apache user. So I don't need this one. Okay, right, I will need this one because I will execute this not with the root command. Oops. So just switch to here, and I will go under the htdocs and execute my command. Okay, you can see it here and here also, and just to add I think this will be enough at the moment, because I don't have any other problems if I execute just only these 3 commands. So the third one is sudo for the cache and the logs that we have seen right now in the exception here. And here we go. So I'm on the dev system. I can directly execute call the browser, and here we go. We have right now our demonstration bundle, the Akamai bundle, and you see the toolbar for debug, and we can see that we are on the dev environment, and the Symfony actually server a Symfony version. So there's also the demo. This is a controller for the demo, and I can execute hello world, and everything is fine. So I can just say, and here we go, have the same string here. So now have to check the production environment. Everything's fine, but I have 404 errors because the demonstration bundle is not configured on the production environment. But you can just take a look how to get the development environment working in the production. So for this reason we have to check 2 files, and this is the app config. First of all, in the routing dev, so here the Akamai is configured for the development system but not for the production. I will copy this part in the routing, okay, in the routing file directly. So here I will paste it, this one, and just in another file, this is the app kernel, which bundle are available for each production or development environment. And we can see the Akamai demo bundle is just only available for the dev and for the test. Right now I don't have to make some tests. The bundle environment, I will just write prod. So sure, we cannot directly refresh the browser. We have to do some of the operation here, and that's why I have prepared the VV data, Apache user, and just to clean the cache. And that for this reason I will be just execute the cache command, but just to write this is prod environment. Okay, I have to switch the root Symfony folder. This is not what I need, but I need the prod environment to clear the cache. And here we go. So just to clear here, and you can see something of the Symfony. The problem is here is the browser cannot find the CSS and some images because he don't have access to the bundles folder under the web folder. Just to see it here, this is the bundle folder inside the web folder. For this reason I have to adapt my production environment. In the dev environment I have add this 3 rewrite rules that I have also to add I will just add it before closing. This you can see here, and there I have to paste. So okay, I will not recognize the code, but at this step we can access to the bundle file, the bundle folder, and inside the bundle folder we can get the images, and in the CSS and JS we can access to the compiled CSS file and also the JS file. Just save this and reload again and just make a refresh, and here we go. We can get our right now the production environment with the Akamai bundles. We don't need this, but this is just demonstration how to get the Akamai works for the production. For our own bundle, we have to add our bundle before, not here but here, and this will be directly works based on the routings file. So I can also just test here the demo bundle, the demo yeah, hello you. So I can access to this controller. This controller is the same like you can see here, the command demo, the controller. This is the welcome, this is the demo controller that we have called right now. This is the index, just to write the hello in the URL and to add the URL request, and this will call the template. Just he will give the name parameters to the template, and the template will render the name for us. So what you can do also, if you want to check the configuration file, the dev environment, just to call the config. Oops, yes, you will get this error, not found. This I think also for the robots, sorry, txt file is not found, because we don't have generally to create any PHP file inside the folder. This is just for the installation. We need just the app PHP and app dev PHP, but the config and the robots, maybe also the 5 icons we don't need. Also here we can create outside our bundles, and we can access directly with the right tool that we have created before. But for the robots.txt or sitemap XML files, we have to configure this on the virtual host file, something like I will just configure it in the dev development environment before the last write tool, and I will write here write rule and robots.txt, just to close the redirection, and the same also for the configure PHP file. I'll copy this and write configure PHP. Just save, reload, one error, and why? Okay, right, I have inside minus inside, not here but here. So the delimiter config test, bad flag delimiters. Okay, I know this is how we have to mask. Okay, sorry. And also this is one of the problems we have to mask the dot for this step. Yes, and here we go. So now we'll be able to call the robots file and also the config file. Yes, you don't have access to this file. This is the same like before. We have just two, but you don't need this file. You can, after when you deploy your application, delete this file or activate also to or eliminate this command here. Okay, so I have just to refresh at this step, and here we go. Your configuration looks good to run Symfony, and we have all requirement that Symfony2 require in this project. And here we go, and now we can begin to create our own bundle and to eliminate maybe the Akamai bundle or keep it for the development, just to make here. So just to be called for the dev or the test environment, and for the routing also I have to eliminate it. So for the routing dev we can keep it this, there's no problem. Maybe we would be make some htaccess rules how to access to this to the development environment. I will prefer the solution that you access to the development environment with htaccess file, and the production or prod environment without this one. Just for this you have to just only to in the virtual host entry for the development you have to write your own code for the htaccess, and maybe to place the htapasswd the password file in your Symfony project. This is the better place for this one. So thank you for watching, and next time we'll configure. Right now I have to access to my application or my project using FTP programs like WinSCP, and to use Notepad ++ for this project, but I will prefer to use something like PHP Storm for this project. And yes, this will be the next topic of this tutorial, how to configure remotely Symfony project on Amazon AWS machine in your PHP Storm, and to just work with the new IDE to access your the whole structure of the project, and the configuration that you have to do in PHP Storm to begin to programming and implement to get the implementation for your application. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next tutorial.